couple people some seconds to get up on here. I am the mouth of the South, the man without a plan, and the master of all disasters. So, with everything that's been going on here in Canada, comes up freedom of speech. That ain't no motherfucking bullshit. You say the wrong thing, the Liberals will lock your ass up quick. Trudeau says profanity, no airplay. He could suck my dick while I take a shit all day. That's what I think about his fucking freedom of speech. We're gonna get on to a few other topics here. I'm having my lunch. The biggest one is the NDP. Hey, okay, yeah, we'll get back to the NDP. I've been absent from Facebook. I've been in jail for the last 3 days. I go back on in a few hours. My jail sentence is up for 3 days because my daughter went to see her lawyer in Ottawa to bring him his Porsche. So she drove the Porsche to Ottawa, and she ended up getting pepper sprayed down in Ottawa at the protest. Right? So as a father, I said, get your ass out of there. And she wasn't responding. I said, if you don't respond, I'm going to kick your ass. Okay? And I got kicked off of Facebook just for saying I was going to kick my daughter's ass. I guess it's too violent. Right? So it is what it is. But back to the NDP. Now, a lot of people are upset with the way things went yesterday in Parliament. I'm upset, but I'm over it now. And you got to look at the good things, folks. The snakes came out. We got to see, oh, my lunch. You want to see my lunch? Oh, fucked that up, didn't I? Roast beef, corn on the cob, mashed potatoes and gravy. So, where was I? Oh yeah, we got to see the snakes come out of their holes yesterday. And I'm meaning the NDP, Brian Massey, Windsor West, okay? We knew which way the Liberal incumbent there in Windsor East was going, right? So it is what it is. But we got to see everybody that came out. It wasn't a hidden vote. So, you know, with all the conspiracy theorists out there that said, oh, if you vote NDP, you're voting for Liberal. Well, they weren't conspiracy theorists. They were fucking right. That's a fact. So for a peaceful demonstration, and that's what I got of it. I didn't see any white supremacy. I met a lot of people of different ethnics down there that are Canadians, okay, but different ethnic backgrounds. And everybody was talking the same thing. Now, the convoy with Pat King, I don't know Pat King and I don't know Tamara Lynch. I wasn't there for them, okay? I was there for me, my freedoms, okay? So the freedom of thought, the freedom of speech, and the freedom of choice. That's why I was there. And there was a lot of people there for the same thing, right? Inflation, all kinds of crazy shit that I'm all about, right? I don't like to see poor on the street, this and that, and everybody knows what I've done in my community for the poor, and I continue to try and do what I can, right? But we got to see the snakes come out of the holes, and I'm talking we already know the Liberals are snakes, but the NDP, not one NDP sided with the Conservatives. So, means to tell me that none of them watched any of the lives about people being trampled by a horse, by a few horses, the beatdowns that occurred. They watched mainstream media, the CBC, okay, and CTV and Global, where it was all reenacted for them to get behind the police lines and shoot this direction, that direction, you'll catch this, catch that. It was scripted all the way, right? And I got a problem with that because journalism school, the first thing they teach you in journalism school, okay, is to have integrity, to tell the truth. Okay, if you're a journalist, that's an oath, is to tell the truth. Get all the stories, all sides of the stories, but tell the truth at the end of the day, right? And we didn't see any of that by government-funded TV because they were funded by the government. Now, the NDP, Tommy Douglas, and guys like Jack Layton, Ed Broadbent, right? They're probably rolling in their fucking graves right now. because your party is disseminated. And I mean, we may have to live with this for another 30 months, folks, till the next fucking election, okay? It is what it is. Don't get violent. I'm all against fucking that shit. I want to keep it peaceful. But just remember the next election, if you vote fucking NDP, you're voting for Liberal. And we just fucking saw it yesterday, folks. We all did. And there was no hidden vote. Their faces came out. We seen plain as day who was, okay? And Brian Massey, Windsor West, I'm very fucking disappointed with you, buddy. You're supposed to be a man for the people. A man for the people, the working people. But you got your head so far up the union's asses, and now I'm going to just boycott unions. Fuck them. I don't need a union. I never needed a union to hold on to my job. I'm non-union now. And if a union was to come into my work, I could tell them, get the fuck out of here. Bunch of useless fucking assholes. So it is what it is. Yeah, my daughter ended up getting pepper sprayed. She took one for the team. I didn't want my daughter down there to begin with, but she went down there. And I went downtown Windsor. People that see me at Windsor Saturday, it was funny. The police were there. My Facebook Live went live from Ottawa, Leo. And then when that one was done, it went live from Windsor. So I moved pretty fucking fast. If I'm in Ottawa and 5 minutes later I'm in downtown Windsor, I'm getting the stories for you guys. Don't you worry about that. So, yeah, I've been kicked off of Facebook because I told my daughter I was going to kick her ass if she didn't get back to her motel room, because I'm looking out for her safety, and I know the way the authorities are. And you do have the right now to remain silent, and anything you say can get your head fucking smashed in a hurry. Yeah, she's my kid. And you know what? She's more like me than any of my kids. And it's pretty funny. Her activism, her mouth, just runs, right? Just like mine. But like I said, remember, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can't get your face smashed in now. And that's where we're at under this fucking War Measures Act, the Emergency Measures Act. Okay, the police don't have to obey the fucking laws anymore. The charter's out the window, folks. I don't give a shit what Justin Trudeau says. And then when he says today, oh, we're going to put sanctions against Russia. You think Russia gives a fuck about you, Justin Trudeau? He might want to pound your mom in the ass. Maybe. I highly doubt that. He's got class, Putin. And do you think he cares what Joe Biden says? Putin's been there a lot longer than these fucking clowns, and he's going to be there a lot longer after. So, Justin Trudeau and his War Measures Act and his NDP followers, your fucking days are numbered. 30 more months, there's another election anyways. And for them to tell you who to vote for, and you can't vote for PPC or whoever, is wrong. When you look at the ballot, the different parties that you're allowed to vote for, the Communist Party still runs. The Marxist-Leninist Party still runs. The NDP runs. The fucking Party of Hong Kong runs. So if you want to vote, right, and for them to threaten to take your fucking, get into your bank accounts and fucking rip you off, okay, the money grab, there's going to be a lot of lawsuits, folks. I don't know who that Tamia Lynch is. I don't know her, but she's sitting in jail on a misdemeanor and she never got bail. Fucking rapists and pedophiles and fucking dope dealers and fucking everything else are out within hours. It's like catch and release, but for a misdemeanor. Because she's a threat? No, the people all stood up. Okay, now I get Pat King. I don't know the fucking guy, but he should never have said what he said on YouTube about natives and fucking Muslims and fuck Chinese, whatever, right? Should never have said that. And how could you get behind the guy after he says that? I'm not behind the guy. I can fucking care less about Pat King, right? He jumped on the bandwagon, whatever. They started it. Like I said, I was down there for my own objectives, and that was to give you guys a story. And I do like the freedom of thought. I do like the freedom of speech, and I do like the freedom of choice. And when those are taken away, what else do you have, right? So when I was downtown Windsor, I went down there Saturday. If anybody was going to get arrested, arrest me. I don't give a fuck. I would have sat there like that Lynch. Because what's going to happen there, folks, she's going to sue. She's going to sue, and she's going to sue for a lot of money. When they gave Omar Kadar fucking $10 million, and we have this Aboriginal woman, Métis, on top of that, sitting in a fucking cell in Ottawa, denied bail. Watch the paycheck she gets. She's going to sue. She's going to win. Okay? Because it's unheard of. And for them to say she's a threat and she's an anti, wants to overthrow the government, anybody that wants to overthrow the government fucking violently is a fucking idiot. Now, we got due process, and we seen it yesterday, so we know who the snakes are. We know who to vote for next election. And you vote Liberal, or you vote NDP, you're voting for Liberal, right? So there's a lot of shit going on, and it is what it is. You know, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. Oh, we're in prison now in Canada. We've been in prison for the last fucking 10 years. How long's Trudeau been around? 7 years? Ever since Trudeau got into power, we've been in prison. So another 3 years ain't going to hurt, folks. Don't lose any sleep. Don't get violent over anything that's going on. And like I said, mainstream media is nothing but fucking bullshit. We've seen it all. So when they tell you that the Russians are invading Ukraine, don't believe what mainstream media is. When they're in downtown Kiev and the bombs start fucking falling, okay, you'll see it on Facebook Live. You'll see it on other platforms, okay? Till then, it's a bunch of bullshit. I don't believe anything that they say now, because I seen it with my own two eyes. You know, the poor Mohawk woman, full-blooded Mohawk woman that got trampled by the horse, and you see Dan McDonald laughing about it on AM 800. Well, Dan came out, and he's gay, and I know a lot of gay people, and I got a lot of gay friends, and I got family members that are fucking gay, okay? That's their choice. And I told Dan in a message, you fucking don't remember fucking not long ago what happened for being gay, and you came out, you got run over by horses, you got pepper sprayed, you got fucking ball batted by the police, beat up, thrown in jail, and even worse, insane asylums with electroshock therapy. So Dan McDonald should watch what the fuck he says. He knows nothing about freedom and how they got it. He didn't have to do any of that put in any of that legwork in Toronto when they got run down by horses and the bathhouses, fucking this and that, right? So Dan McDonald should watch his fucking mouth. He says, I can't debate him because I'm not gay, because I'm straight. Fuck you, Dan. Debate that. I know more about the fucking cause than he ever has. And the struggles. One of my good friends was gay, and he ended up with HIV in 1989, and he ran up the Ambassador Bridge past customs and jumped off in the middle of the fucking bridge and died. Talk to me about fucking gay rights. I know more about fucking gay rights than Dan McDonald would ever fucking dream of. So he could fuck off. And it's all true facts. I'm not going to lie to you guys. So the snakes are out of their holes. You know which way to vote. If there's a vote of non-confidence, even better. I know which way I'm going. But don't ever say you're going to overthrow the government, because that's not going to happen. We see what happened to Louis Riel in the Red River Rebellion. If you don't know about that, that happened in Manitoba, 1887, I think it was, somewhere around there. They hung him. The Red River Rebellion. Now he's a hero, 100 years later. He became a hero. There's a statue of Louis Riel. And if you don't know who he is, he's a Métis. And grab a history book on Canadian history, and you can find out who he is. Same thing with Tommy Douglas and Ned Broadbent and fucking Jack Layton. And I wasn't very happy with what Jack Layton's wife said yesterday. She don't fucking know. She's watching CBC. And now the poor people of Ottawa, how do you like this? You can't even walk to the fucking corner store without having to show your ID. You're in a police state now, Ottawa. And little birdie's telling me that Toronto is going to be the hot spot this weekend. About 2.5 million people hot. And if you thought Ottawa was a joke, Ottawa wasn't a joke. And neither is Toronto. Calgary's in the game. Quebec's in the game. Montreal. Vancouver's in the game. You got Johnny Top fucking running from Vancouver, ex-veteran, running from Vancouver to Ottawa on foot with knapsacks. And he's doing the march. Yeah, I'll PM you, or you PM me. I can't accept anybody on Facebook for a few more hours because I'm in jail, Facebook jail. That's why nobody's heard from me the last 3 days. Everybody was contacting me. Are you all right? You all right? I'm all right, and I got a lot to fucking say. I just couldn't say it because I've been in Facebook jail, right? So it is what it is. You know the routine. Subscribe and share this, okay? And the more subscriptions, the more shares, the better off it is, right? Get the message around. I don't bullshit, and it is what it is. And like I said, be careful on the way you talk to the police now because you have the right to remain silent. And I highly say you remain silent because anything you say can't get your head fucking cracked wide open with a billy club. With all that being said, ciao for now, guys. Share the shit. Like I said, I got to eat my lunch. I got to make my money. I wasn't at work Friday, and I wasn't at work yesterday, so I took 2 days off, and it is what it is, right? So pay attention. Shit's just heating up, and it is what it is. I'm going to give you guys the story live. Adios.